Yay, somebody's here. Hooray, hooray, hooray. 2 likes and 1 person here already before I'm even live. That's pretty amazing. Thank you. 2 people here. Yay. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. You probably don't want me to sing. Hello, everybody. Hi, Paige. How are you? Are you feeling okay? Because your voice was a little funny in one of your videos, but I don't know when you filmed it. My voice is always strange, so. Anyway. Hi, Philomena. Thank you for coming. And gosh, wow. Thank you for the thumbs ups, everybody. Oh, yeah, well, in mine, it's probably so dusty. That's probably, yeah, I was just going to say. Although there's not much room for dust with all the stuff in here, really. Anyway, I really have to do something about it really soon, and I don't know when. Probably January after the craft fairs and on stage are done or something. I don't know. We'll just give a few minutes because I'm a little bit early, just a couple of minutes. Let's see if anybody else joins us. And then I think we'll do the drawing first and chit chat a little bit first. And then are you guys interested in seeing the trimmer tonight? I kind of did. I worked with it a little bit, and I made some notes on it. Hi, Beauty and Brains girls. Hello. So Paige says yes, show the trimmer. I have a little notes in comparison to the old one. So I think what we'll do is we'll do the drawings from last week. I'll show you what the drawing will be for next week. We'll do the trimmer, and then I do have prepped 3 cards, one of which is the first one will be stamping the bells, because someone said they couldn't tell where I stamped versus colored the bells. So I want to do one of those live so people can see. And then one of them will be the plaids again, but it'll be with the little trees, the punch that came with the wrapped in plaid in that stamp set. And then I have sort of just a simple masculine card, but honestly, if we don't get to that, that's okay. Yeah, it's nice, but I actually have had a chance to play with it, and I can do a comparison to the old one and what, in my opinion, for me, are pros and cons. But obviously everybody has to, oh no, don't even tell me, Paige. You know what? I didn't go out to the mailbox, but I don't think mine is there because I think it was in New Jersey this morning, which means it might get here tomorrow. Hi, Angela. Hi, Clay. How is everybody? All right, I guess I'll get started because it's 7:01 now. And if anybody comes in, forgive me. Okay, so let's do our drawings first. We had 5 people comment. Clay, who's JWB52Z, Stamp Girl, Penny, who's not here yet. I don't know if she's coming tonight or not. Nix and Justine. So I'm back to my numbers again, and I had to make up a new 1 and 3. I don't know what I did with them, but so let me fold these up and draw them. And then we had 3 people share, who was Clay, Penny, and Nix. Penny and Nix shared on Facebook, and Clay shared on Twitter. So thank you all for that. You doing okay? Good. I'm doing okay also. I'm not in a slump, but I don't know. Kind of melancholy, I guess. Maybe it's the change in the weather, but it's okay. So I'm glad I'm here with friends tonight, so we can have a little fun. All right, so we have, remember the drawing for for commenting what type of cards or paper craft you like making the most is this stitch satin ribbon unopened in Garden Green, which is a current color, but it's not a current ribbon. And then for sharing, I was also giving away this Tasty Treats washi tape, which is also unopened. And I don't think I ever had the paper to go with that, or if I did, I destashed it a while ago or something. I don't know. Oh, yeah, humidity. Don't like humidity. I don't like it when it's hot, and I don't like it when it's really cold either, because that usually means we're going to get snow. Okay, I'm going to turn around and draw. I've got my hand in here. All right, I got one. Let's see who this is. Number 4, Nick's Crafty Corner. Gosh darn, I just sent a package out to her. That is for the ribbon. Okay. And I think I sent hers. Maybe not. I might be lucky. I think I did, though. Okay, so now let me just do 1, 3, and 4. Take 2 and 5 out. So I have to see which ones these are. There's 1. I could just do 1, 2, and 3, but since I have everybody numbered, I'll do it by the numbers. 1, 2, and 4. How lucky could that be? All right, let me fold them back up. So 1 is clay, JWB 52Z. 2 is, oh, I did that wrong. 1, 3. I have to find 3. 1, 3, and 4. This is for Sharon. There's 3, so that's Penny. And I did verify all these shares. And 4 for Nick's. All right, turning around. Here we go. All right, let's see who we got. We got 3, who is Penny. So I'm pretty sure I have your address, Penny, but could you email it to me again anyway, just in case, because I think you just moved actually, so I might not have your right address. So Penny, you win the washi tape. Okay, good. That's done. So for next week, I'm only going to have 1 prize, and it's going to be something I made with one of the paper pumpkin kits a while back. It was that calendar paper pumpkin, but I made it into this little book, and it's been sitting here. It's got, you know, tuck spots, places you could put a photo or do whatever you want. And there's another little tag, a doily with a flower in it. There you could either write or put something over it. This is a little, what do you call this? Memories and More card from prior kit. And this is some punch outs. Looks like the sprig punch and some labels. Another doily on paper. And then that's the end. So it's just a little booklet. Hi, Nick. You just won some. What did you win? You won this ribbon from last week's drawing in the garden green. So I'll get that out to you. I think I already mailed your other package, but if I didn't, it's on my dining room table waiting to be mailed. So let me write on here that this is for commenting. Okay, so I'm going to put for commenting next week. For commenting, what will that be? Oh, I'm not going to be able to do next week, guys, because that's the week my furnace is getting replaced and my oil tank. And it starts on Tuesday, so I'm going to have a mess here. So that we're going to do this for comment on this video, but the drawing will be 10, what is that, 29 or something like that, whatever that Tuesday is, the last week. Wow, this is flying. 26 is a Saturday, 27, 20, yeah, 29. Okay, and the prize will be this. So drawing 10/29 for comment on 10/15 video. Okay, everybody. So it's this. Hi, Karen. So the giveaway for tonight, for commenting on tonight's video, will be on Tuesday, October 29th. I was hoping I would be able to do Monday next week, but I just don't think I can. I think I have too much else going on personally, and I need to get some things in order before those guys get here, like straightening up the whole basement and stuff. So anyway, so they have room to work. Yeah, okay. So that's the drawings. Now we have a little bit of business. Just a little. Okay, so remember November 1st, Christmas time is here. Sweet Bundle is available to customers. I did not buy it, but I did get, which I just showed in my haul, the very sparkly gold glitter enamel dots. Love them. And the ribbon, which is gold shimmer ribbon in a 1/4 inch length. It's really pretty. I didn't get the bundle because it's only available for a month for customers, and I can't afford to get it just to show it for that month. But also I have rose sets already, like 2 of Wild Roses, 1 in the annual catalog. So I don't know. I just felt like I couldn't spare the money right now for that. But I know. Well, on pre-order, actually, a lot of times we're limited. Not usually on the dots, but yeah, I only got 1. I might go back and get another one next time I put an order in if there's any left. They're really pretty, and they'll go anytime, right? The enamel dots are, well, there's a white card behind it. I wouldn't call them transparent, more like translucent. They're gold color glittery. They have glitter in them, like they're very sparkly. Like I can't really see the white card through them, but it makes them a little darker when you put it down on it. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, anyway, so this suite will be available, and it's got 2 stamp sets. One, which I didn't realize until this morning, one is photopolymer, and one is it's a 2-part set, but one is photopolymer and one is cling. So that seems weird, and it even says it here, cling and photopolymer. And then the die. So the bundle is those 2 stamp sets plus 1 stamp set with 2 stamps in different forms and dies. And then the papers, which look really pretty, and the stamps do too. It's a Christmas set, but it's roses and a few pine branches and stuff. And then they have a bracelet and then the ribbon like I just showed you. So really pretty. So that's available November 1. I'll keep reminding you to then. As far as I know, everything is rosy, which I used last week, is in the clearance rack still, but I didn't check it today. And it's 15% off the original price, so it's $68 down from $80, which is a really good value for everything you get in that hoard-worthy, yeah, hoard-worthy paper and product. And Paige just told us that she's had a sneak peek at the October paper pumpkin kit. I'm jealous, but I don't want to look. And if you want that, when you can't order anymore, but if you want November's, which will coordinate with October's, but it's 24 tags and it does stand alone too. You have to order by October 11th. You have to sign up for the subscription by October 11th for $22 a month plus tax. So yeah, and then the trimmer arrived today. So I'm going to bring it out and I'm going to show it to you again and I'm going to go through what I have found just in the short amount of time I've had this afternoon to play with it. Let me see if I can put this up a little bit so that maybe you can see it a little better. Put that up so it's not so glary. Okay, let me just go down my list. This is the new trimmer. It's got the markings vertically on the right-hand side of the plastic that lifts up. The old one had them down the left, and that's not a big deal, but at first I didn't think there were any because I didn't realize they were over here. So that's a difference. It's not a deal breaker for me, but it's just a change. And I kind of would have preferred them over here, but that's okay. Maybe because they have the little handle here. I don't know. Okay. Let me go to the other side, actually. This the bar over here is an extra 1/4 inch longer than it used to be. It's 1.5 inches. It used to be 1 1/4. That's a plus to me. It's flatter. It sits very flat. This one is probably about 3/4 inch high, and this one's about 1/2 inch high. So I don't know if you probably can't tell. That's nice if you're having to carry it anywhere. You can see they're both about the same length, and they're both 12.5 inches down here to here. So this is all like, you know, not really important stuff. Okay. One thing that some people might not like is the old one had storage for the blades on the bottom. The new one does not. Hence the flatter profile, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so that's something doesn't mean a lot to me because I usually keep my blades. I have mine in this old one in here, but normally I just keep them in a little bag in a drawer right next to me. So I have all my little other tools there. So it's not a big deal to me, but it was a convenience. Okay, this trimmer, the old one, had a lock up here. I don't know if you can see the little push button, which I could take or leave. It didn't really lock the blades in place or anything. This one doesn't have a lock. It does have a little pull. You either have to pull from the bottom or the top because it's kind of sticks. So I guess it's sort of like a lock. And you see it doesn't come up easily if you just pull on this. So I suggest, and I watched Patty Bennett also, and she suggested this too. She likes to pull from the top. I like to pull from the bottom because it's closest to me. There's a little plastic handle thing here. And if you pull that, it pops up really easily. Not a big deal to me that it doesn't have the lock button. And I don't think that's going to be much of a problem because the bottom to me is right here at me and it's easy to lift. So, okay. One thing I don't know yet how I'm going to like it because I haven't worked with it enough is this old trimmer had this removable track so you could replace it if it got worn. This one does not. So right now it works beautifully, but I guess as long as you keep gunk out of that track, it'll be okay. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be a bad thing or a good thing until I use it more. So I'm just letting you know. Okay, I'm going to show you the blades now, how they come out. Okay, look at the size difference first of all in the knobbies. I do like that. They're easier to get a hold of instead of just pushing on these over here. These are much easier to get a hold of. So, and they have, this one has like a triangle on the top, which means blade, and this one has a dot, which means score. They're the same color as the old one. So if you had the old one, this was the score. This is the cutting blade. Okay. They also have a line down both sides that helps you line it up with the numbers on the right side here. These old ones had a little point. I'll see if I can get them out and show you because I want to take them out anyway. Maybe. I always had trouble getting these out actually. Oh, that's right. I had to lift up one here. There we go. So this had a little point. These do not. And they come up really easily. And the way they come up, I don't know if I can show that again. There's a little, the plastic just has a little groovy thing in it. And all you do is put the one end down in there first, if I can see it. And then slide the other one in and push it down in there too. And it's in. It's pretty easy. And they pop up now. So they remove very easily, easier than the old ones. But look, can you see the difference in the blade size? Probably not. Let me see if I can show you sideways. I need a piece of white paper or something. Okay. This is the blade on the new one. It's too shadowy. There. Can you see the little triangle? That's the blade on the new one for the cutting. And I don't know if I can even show you this one. This is the blade on the old one. Can barely see it, right? It's just a tiny little triangle. So no wonder. Hi, Justine. That's okay. We're going over the new Stampin' Up trimmer. So anyway, it has a lot more cutting area out of the thingy. And the same is true for the scoring. It has like a little round wheel, where this one, if I can get it out, just had a little round, tiny round ball. Okay, so that's the scoring mechanism, and this is the scoring mechanism on this one. So I think they're better quality for sure on those. And they go in, like I said, pretty easy. There's just a little notch area down here that they go in pretty easy. Now, it is a lot smaller of a notch area than on the old one. I kind of wish they had made it bigger like the old one, but not a big deal. Okay, so that's the blades, which is the most important. And I want to show you something. I already have been playing. Are these the new ones I cut? I know, these are the old ones, I think. The key for me is basic black, but I'm trying to see if I had some pieces that were, oh, here, maybe this is it. No, I don't know. I wanted to show you how my not even my old Stampin' Up, oh, here. I'm going to put this against here. This is what you don't want when you're cutting paper. You see all the fuzzy edges on that? That is from using my Procision Fiskars self-sharpening trimmer. It should not be doing that. I paid ridiculously good money for that. It should not be doing that, okay? And the new one does not do that, at least not so far. I got clean cuts on the black, which is the one I had the most trouble with when I cut others, on the white. And I'll show you in a minute. And on this, what is this? The blue, the Seaside Spray. So, but the black, I always had the most trouble with, and some of the other colors, I guess because they're dyed through and through. And I don't know what it was with basic black, but it always seemed to fray with my other trimmer. And this one did not. It was a nice clean cut. I didn't get any line along the copy, you know, along the edge of the paper. So I'm going to go ahead and just show you if I can. I'll bring the white over. There's the cut, the one I just did. It's pretty clean. Hi, Brandy. So now on the back, it seems to have like a little tiny ridge, but it's not fuzzy. Just a little tiny ridge. So I'm giving you the honest, I just cut that. I've cut another one. Let me see if it's on this side too. Yeah, just a little bit. I don't know if you can see that or not. Probably not. But this side is clean. Clean, clean, clean. And so anyway, that's cutting. It cuts really well. Oh, it's scoring. I wanted to show you that too. Let me get that piece back here. So now if I want to score this, let's say I want to score it at 2. I did find that with scoring, you have to push a little bit, and I would go back and forth. Just 1, 2. The line doesn't seem to be as marked as the old one, but it folds really well. It does score it really well. You just have to apply a little bit of pressure going on it, and not a lot, just a tiny bit. And I think it works pretty well. Does it, Justine? Okay, well, I didn't know. But to me, right now, it's cutting a lot cleaner than even my Precision, which is supposed to be self-sharpening, like I said. Okay, another difference. This is the old one swing arm. Two things about this. It went to 14.5. The gap between 6 and 7, you lose track of the lines. You can't see them. Okay, but I also did like how this to me it was sturdy. Other people said it broke off for them and stuff, but I never had a problem, and it latched underneath. Okay, so that to me was a plus. The new one, it comes out from here and it slides in. You sort of have to, well, now I can't even get, you just have to pull. It lays flat. It goes to 17 inches, which I kind of agree with some of the other people I've seen commenting that there's no reason we had to go that far. And I think it was just a design element to have it come in here. It actually has a little hole right here. I don't know if you can see that on the end of the bar. And that slides over this part down here. I can't get it in frame. Down here. So when I push this closed, you have to make sure that that goes into that hole and then it clicks into place. And it's pretty secure. The other thing I noticed is once that arm is out, you lose, except for at the very top, you lose between 5 and 6. But this line going down here is exactly 5.5. So if you're trying to have it closed and cutting to 5.5, you can. But if you have it open and you lose that, you at least know that this line here, I don't know, that may not make any sense, but it did to me when I was trying to cut 5.5-inch paper for card bases, and you can't even see it. I may do that, Brandy. I have 2 Fiskars. One is my Precision, which I'm really disappointed in, and the other one is one, you know, similar to these. But I might just need new blades on that one. Okay, a couple other things. Vertically, they're both 12.5 inches here. This one has center marks on it, and the other one did not. I found it a little confusing to have these numbers here on this folded in, actually, because you want to look at, you know, your numbers on the vertical, on the clear thing, and they're not the same as what's on here. So that was a little confusing. Let's see. Okay, so it closes. Oh, I didn't even say that. So this one, it goes up to 6, and there's really not much of a gap. There's no opening here. So, and there's ridges on here that designate still the parts that are in between 6 and 6.5. So like here is 6 1/4. So you can see where your measurement is, even though the arm is open. So that's nice. That is a nice thing. Let's see, what else? Oh, one thing I did not like, I'll just tell you, the measurements at the bottom, because this arm is here, like they go up to 6 here at the top, but at the bottom, they only go to like 4 3/4. So if you want to cut to 6 with the arm in here or out, you really only can go by this top measurement, because the arm takes up the rest of that room and there's no more measurements there. So that is one thing I didn't like about it. And I don't know with the design how they could have done it any differently, other than have the arm tuck under instead of on top, you know, even with it like it is. Let's see. Let's see. Line notch on top and bottom of both blades. I'm not sure what I meant by that. Oh, I think I already talked about that. There's a little line on the blades, both of them, and that is exactly where your cut will be when you put your paper in. There's no, like sometimes with the old one, I did have trouble figuring out where within that gully my cut would actually be, because there was no notch on these on the sides here to say here's where it's going to cut, and I was off. Hi Deb Hendrick, welcome. I'm just showing the new trimmer for right now. So this one has a little notch, so if you put your paper in and you line it up with that notch on either end, that tells you where it's going to cut. So I really like that. It's also got little notches on either side, and that's to help you line it up with these vertical numbers on here. I think that's about it, guys. Do you have any questions? I'm so happy you joined us, Deb. It's been a long time. So bottom line is, right now, I do like it. There's good things and bad things about it, but to me, the most important thing is, do the blades cut and cut well, and will they? And for how long? And I can't answer that right now because I just got it today. Well, right now, it's not available to customers, Nix. It's coming. They just haven't given us a date. It was $25 for that. And then I think a pack of 4 blades is $12. I got mine with my Stampin' Up! Demonstrators accumulate something called Flex Points. And I was able to get this both with my Flex Points. So I was very fortunate, and that's one of the reasons I got it, because I figured, well, why not? I can get something that I need, really. You're on your son's phone. Okay. Score something. I did already, but I'll do it again. All right, let me get a piece of, this is, I think, Sahara Sand. This is the scoring. You probably couldn't even see that. This is the scoring, and I just went back and forth, and I don't know if you can see it. It's a small line, but it's there, and it's fine. And you want to bend it to where the puffy line is. That's the way you want to bend it. So it scores just fine. The first time I did it, I just kind of slid it, and it didn't. So you just have to give it a little bit of pressure, not a lot, just kind of push as you're going, not real hard. And if you go back and forth, it'll be fine. I like to keep my this score blade up at the top and my cutting blade at the bottom, because most of the time I cut from the bottom. I may have to change that for a few things because of the way the numbers are on here, but they worked really well, and I actually took them out and showed them earlier. So if you want to rewatch the beginning, I had the drawings and then I went right into this. I actually took the blades out. Now I will show you, I want to show you that the blades when I take them out, because that's really important. And okay, and I'm going to mess up. There's just a little notch down here, which you're not ever going to be able to see on camera probably. It's like the plastic bends out a little bit on both sides. And how you do it is you just start lifting up when you get to that. And this is the blade on this one. Okay, that triangle is the blade. It's a much bigger blade, and same with the scoring tool. Now I want to show you the old one too, just so you can see the difference. Okay, this is the old one. I'll try and get it out again. I had trouble getting these out, actually. Oh, there we got it. I don't know. You're not even against white paper, you barely can see the blade. It's really tiny, which explains why it wears out so fast, because there's hardly anything to it. And to cut through thick paper, it won't do it. It won't do it well, that's for sure. So that's the problem I think they were having with it. And the score thing is the same way. Although I must say I had trouble with this old score blade actually cutting my paper. So yeah. So that's it for the scoreboard. And do you have any other questions, anyone? So $25 for this isn't bad, and $12 for 4 blades. I don't know. I don't know to compare it. I'm not sure what they are. Hi, Charlene. How are you doing? So new trimmer for those of you just coming in. Stampin' Up. It's not available to you yet. I'll let you know as soon as it is. They haven't given us a date, and I think the reason they haven't is because they wanted to see the demand from all the demonstrators to make sure they have enough inventory for general public. And maybe, I don't know, maybe they're wanting our feedback. I'm not sure. They didn't say that, so I'm not sure. Oh, that's good, Charlene. Me too. I'm blessed too. Okay. So the next thing is somebody in the comments said they wanted to see how I stamped and colored the bells in my bells cards from Craft Our Stash that I did with Paige. So I thought I'd do one more bell card, but I'm going to use Purple Posy because the Purple Posy ink pad came today. Yay! I got mine. So I pulled out some Purple Posy cardstock, which we've had, and a white piece to stamp on. And this is, I'm not going to use this side. I'm going to use the white and silver like I did in the background here. And then I'll use Purple Posy as my stripe. And I'll still use Smoky Slate with it. But we're going to stamp the bells first. And I think I'm going to do them the same way. I'm going to use Smoky Slate, and then on one of them I'll put Purple Posy in the middle, and the other one I'll color with Purple Posy. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so here's the Stamparatus, and I have the bell. I still had it on from yesterday, whenever I did that video. And I actually might change this up. I have the poinsettia on, and I don't want that. I want the swirlies. So in the stamp set, you have two options, or you have three, for filling the this part of the bell. You have two for this part of the bell. One is the poinsettias, and one is the swirl. I'm going to get the swirl out, and I'll have to figure it out again. And then there's also this piece, which I didn't use, and I'm not going to tonight either. And this actually fills in like the other parts of the bell, like that. So you'd have like crosshatch design on the upper and lower part, and just a circle in the middle of the center. So you get those two. You have coffee filters and never thought. Oh yeah, I use them all the time for embossing, to catch the embossing powder. And I use different ones for different colors, and I use them as long as I can, and then I toss them. Okay, so let's get a piece of paper. Probably, what did I do with it? Here it is. Okay. And I have to make sure this is lined up right still, because I might have had the paper in a different place. I'm going to move it actually. That way I can get more out of this paper, since we're going to die cut it. Okay, so that's where the stamp is going to go. Let me go ahead and stamp that in Smoky Slate. I bought a whole bunch of coffee filters at a yard sale because a lot of people don't use them anymore. They use the, Keurigs or whatever. But I had a Keurig and it broke, and I had my friend fix it, and then it broke again, and we just said the heck with it. And it was out of warranty. I had it for like 3 years, and the warranty ended at 1. I might have that too close to the bottom there. Anyway, or the magnet might be too close. There we go. Okay. Now, let me clean that up real quick and get rid of this bucket. Get rid of my notes. And get my chamois. Simply chamois. That's on the other side. Okay. I did clean that, believe it or not, before the show. Okay, so now what I want to do is place this on here. And I want to try and make sure it's right. Sorry if my head's in the screen, but there's like a line on the top and bottom, and I think that was what I did use to designate it correctly. Let me see. I might get the other piece so I'll be able to see it. No, we'll just do it. We only have to do it once. Hopefully. Hopefully. All right, so let's pick that up. I don't know. It might be over a little bit too much. Oops. I'm going to try it again. It doesn't look lined up with the stamp even. So let me see. Okay, it looks right to me on there. All right, and now, let's see. We'll do the Purple Posy first, I guess. So pretty. Ta-da! So that's the stamping. Now, there's another bit you could stamp too, and that is to, in fact, I may do that instead of coloring. I didn't do that the last time, but I might do that now. There's this part right here to make the, oh no, that's part of the other thing, isn't it? Hang on. Oh no, it's separate. I'm sorry. So there's this part here to make the inside of the bell dark. So you would put that down like this. We can try it. I'm going to take this piece off. Which ribbon? The blue sparkly one or this one? You love your new Stampin' Up cutter, the old one? Yeah, but they don't make the blades for it anymore, Charlene. They stopped making them because they came out with the new cutter. And a lot of people were having trouble with having to replace the blades. I loved it, except for the blades, which is kind of the most important part. Trying to make sure this is lined up good. All right, let's try it and see how we do. Hope I don't mess that up because I got it so good. I'm going to use Smoky Slate, the Purple Posy. Yeah. It is pretty. I haven't used it much because I don't know why. Let me see if that's going to look right. I think so. Hopefully. Yep. Yay! I did it. So that's the stamping. And the comment I had was they couldn't tell where I had stamped and where I had colored. I guess because I colored in, which I'm going to do, with, get this out of here, with my Stampin' Blends. Oh, we're going to have to do another one. Oh, that was silly. Okay. Whoops. Okay, so let's do another one. And I think, I'm going to flip it over this way. So I'll have one there and one on this side. And that way I don't have to change my placement. So this time I'm still going to stamp it in Smoky Slate, but I'll do this part in Smoky Slate too, and then we'll color it in Purple Posy. Sorry. Okay. Hurry back. Hi, Penny. You won a prize tonight. You won... I think you won this for sharing the washi tape. So you need to email me your address because I'm not sure if I have your current one since you moved. So email me at Dahlia Designs 57@gmail.com, please, and I'll get that off to you. So thank you for sharing, and welcome to tonight. We just showed the, we did the drawings, and we showed the new trimmer in a little detail. And actually, while I have, oops, let me clean that. While I have the bottom part on, we'll do the bottom next. And then I'll have to put the design in. Actually, maybe I want to do that in Purple Posy, because the bell is going to be Purple Posy. What did I just do with the Purple Posy ink? There it is. You're welcome. Not quite as good, but I'm going to go with it because I can always touch it up with my marker. Actually, what do I need? I said I was going to do smoky in this one. Okay, so let me get that swirly thing out again. Normally, I just have another plate. That's why it's nice to have 2 plates. Then you have 4 areas you can use. And it helps when you use the Stamparatus to have your stamps case under there. Now let's see if I can line it up just as beautifully as I did the last time. I don't know. Oops. Not if you push it, Deb. There we go. All right. Let's try it. Welcome back. We're still stamping bells. Let's see if that's going to look right before I push it down. I think it's over a little bit too far. Let me try that now, see if it's going to look right. Hang on, guys. I have to clean and try and reposition it better. When I was starting to put it down, it looked like it was over too far one way. I'm trying to, there's like a ridge on here that if you put it in between these 2 bell lines, it lines up pretty good. What I'm having a little trouble with is the sides. Because to my eye, it looks like I'm off the sides. But I think I got it. I hope. So if you're mass producing cards, it's very much easier to have a stamping tool such as this. I hope I got that. Yes. Whew. Yay! And the key is lining it up right the first time. I'm going to leave them on there just in case I mess up cutting or coloring or something. Okay. Get that out of the way. So this one we're going to color in Purple Posy, which we have in the Stampin' Blends. And I'm going to start with the light, which people tell you not to do, but I'm going to because I am. That's how I do it. And this is the, I said the light. I actually want to go over this handle thing with the dark, and I left the lines above here white, and I did that intentionally. So I'm using the brush end. I'm not the best colorist. I don't know. And I will, I think I'll do a section at a time. I'm going to bring in the dark. Looks different shade, doesn't it? Than the ink. Has more pink in it. Okay. And then I'll just bring this light in again and blend it over. And I didn't do the center intentionally because that makes it look a little more rounded, hopefully, with the dark. I mean, look how much different that is. Huh, I might have to contact Stampin' Up because these are the Stampin' Rights. I would have thought the dark would be closer. This is the ink. These have a little too much pink in them, apparently. Still pretty, but they should be this at least similar. I mean, all the Stampin' Blends are a little different because they have a light and a dark, but I found that the dark generally is closer to the actual stamp, but not in this case because that was just the dark that I used. And it's definitely not. So I'm going to go over where I stamped this. Actually, I need to use the other end with the dark or with the light. Guess I'm going over it with the light to get a little more of that pink hue in there. Interesting. Let me bring in this other side. Now, what color should I make the little clapper thing? I think maybe smoky slate. So we'll get out light smoky slate and fill that in. Okay. Easy coloring. I think I want to go over with the dark, this handle. There we go. Yeah, I didn't know that because I didn't have the stamp pad before. Let me see. Oops, here is the Stampin' Right marker in Purple Posy. It's actually closer to the ink color. It's just the Stampin' Blends that are too pink in them. So I may call them tomorrow and let them know that. Now, I've had these for a while and I've been using them. I didn't do that comparison. But yeah, the Stampin' Right, and it should be because this is dye-based ink. I'm actually surprised they even released that, but I guess it must be a little bit different in its constitution. But it's dye ink like the stamp pad is, so they should be closer. The inside should be darker, and yeah, it should be, so it doesn't look terrible, but it's just bothersome that they're that much different. Anyway, and they do go through the paper, so it's good I did them on the other side. So now this one I'm going to do all in smoky slate, which is what I did on the other ones. And that way we'll have this effect where they're sort of opposites. And then I'll cut them both out and cut the paper with the new trimmer. I have some of it cut already, but I'll have to cut it down. So this is live. I tested it live. And it works good. It's just, I suspect the markers are what's off in color now. Not the ink pad, since they spent so much time perfecting it. Oops, I just went outside the line, but it won't matter, I don't think. Oops, no, I don't want that. I want this. And then I'm going to go over them too with Wink of Stella. I agree, it's far off, yes. The 3 caps of the different markers are all different shades too. Well, 2 of them should be different because this is light and dark. This is pretty close to what they have on the ink pad. This is the dye-based marker, so they're like right on, but there's not 2 of these. There's just 1 color. And maybe these are supposed to be either end of the spectrum of that one, but it's still, they're a lot pinker than this other. It has a little more pink in it, I think, than even the dye marker. So, I mean, I'm not super upset about it, but it is a difference. Anyway, let me finish with the bell here. With the dark. Is that the dark? Yeah. Just something good to know. I am not a very good color, or like I said, colorist. And we'll just blend that in. And this is the light, so I'll do this in the light. Do it in the light. I think I did the other one in the color, the purple. And maybe I'll add a little bit of purple to that. Be a little different. There you go. You just have to mix it with smoky slate and it comes out a little better. It's still pinker. How about that? Okay, so let me put them away. Get them die cut. And I will be calling tomorrow. Or put in the suggestion thing to at least let them know. Okay, so let me bring in our papers, and I'll die cut this too. So here's the dies, and we're going to use this one. Let me get this back together. There's a lot of different dies. Like this is the one I used on a different card. I have some of these little ones cut out, but I didn't end up using them. They look like this. And these little tiny bells over here, these kind look like this. And then there's a bigger one. I don't have that in silver, but it looks like that. And this and this little one have stars in them, and I saved the stars out of them because they can be used as embellishments on cards too. So anyway, let me go cut these and I'll be right back. Just have to turn around. So it's a little bit of a long process here tonight, but I wanted the person who asked to see, try to be accommodating. Now it was a little different too with the small bell, which is really pretty. I really like the small bell. Here's bell number 1. And here comes bell number 2. There we go. Oops. The small bell is this, and it looks like this. That one I had stamped in soft suede, and then the only coloring I did was on the little leaves. And this is the one I colored this with gold shimmer paint instead of regular ink. Okay, let me put them back away or I'll lose them. Now, we're going to use a Purple Posy card base. And I haven't decided yet which ribbon we're going to use on this one. On this one, we use that blue shimmer ribbon. or actually it's called metallic ribbon. We are going to heat emboss the sentiment on a strip of Purple Posy, which I have to cut down. First, I have to cut this. So let me get the trimmer out, and I need to cut this to 5 1/4 by 4. So lift it up, 5 1/4. And I'm going to go back down only because I like to store my cutting blade at the bottom. You don't have to, it's already cut. And by 4. Nice and even cut. No fraying. And that's kind of important because foil, when you have foiling on stuff, it does tend to fray a little more. All right, and then I have to cut this as a 2-inch strip I had in my scraps. I'm going to cut it to 5 1/4 as well. And then this is a piece of smoky slate. And let me think how wide I had that. I only need about 1/2 inch, and I only need it to be about 4 1/4. So let me do that first. 4 1/4. Let me see if that's about right. Yep, that's close enough. And then we're going to cut that down to roughly 1/2 inch. Okay, this gets a little confusing to me. Just one thing I noticed. Let freedom ring, wedding bell. Yeah, it is. I could use it for, right, exactly. The silver ones. Did you see the ones I did the other day? I'll just do a show and tell. These are the ones from my collab with Paige, actually from this morning. So these, then this is not a bell. There's the little one I did with the gold shimmer. And then here's the ones that don't even have a stamp. Okay, and the swirly thing came out of them. So those are the other ones I did. This was the 6th one. All right, okay, well, here's the thing I noticed. I was looking up here, and on the right side, this is the 1 inch mark. You would think, but it's not. It's 1 centimeter. The 1 inch is all the way over here. I don't know if you can see that. So it looks really, it's a little confusing because it's got centimeters up here and inches. So 1/2 inch is after this first little 1. That was a little confusing. I don't think I had that problem on the old trimmer. So I was looking for 1/2 inch, right? I'm going to turn that around. When I saw the 1 there, I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, that's a little skinnier than what? Let me do 3/4 inch. Okay. That's better. Yep. All right. So now we can ensemble. Thank you, Justine. Thank you, Philomena. And I'm going to assemble before I put this together because the ribbon, whatever ribbon I choose, has to go around the back. And before I put this down, we're going to stamp. Maybe I'll use Hoping This Season is Filled with Joy this time, or Ring in the New Year. Let's use Ring in the New Year because I didn't use that the last time. And we're going to heat emboss that in silver. So I need my Versamark. And I'm going to put it on my pad here because this is photopolymer and I haven't used it before. And I almost forgot my embossing buddy again. Sheesh. Thank you, Karen. You guys are so nice. Everybody don't forget these too, please. I would greatly appreciate it. Oh, shoot. This is stays on. I almost made a big boo-boo. What am I doing? I should know better. Versamark has this sort of squarey thing. There we go. All right. Okay. Let me clean that right away. Versamark, you really do have to clean your stamps right away too, because they will get yucky. They will get yucky. Hope I didn't just mess that up. That new looks really funny to me. We need a little more down on that Y. Okay, let me first put this away. Pouring it over the trash can from the coffee filter and back into the pot. And I'm just going to leave that down there for now. Oops. And get it off of me. Okay, sorry guys. Here comes the noise. Thank you, Philomena. Magic. Love it. Doesn't take long. Woohoo. That fascinates me. Whoever came up with that was brilliant. I'll tell you what. Alrighty. So now that'll be how we're doing it, is putting that there. Is that the right gray? Nope. This is the right gray, which will go there. And then I need a circle punch. I followed My Favorite Things diagram. I think I can use this. I think it'll be perfect. And I just stuck a piece of paper in the circle punch part way and got like a half moon to put up here because that was part of the design. And we have to decide on the ribbon next, and we'll go like this. Oh, the other thing I did, this is one thing that bugged me a little bit about the die. It doesn't die cut the, what do you call that? The area underneath the loop. Oh, I'm way up high again still. Sorry. There we go. Thank you, Penny. So what I did is, and this is retired, this is a 1/8 inch circle punch, and I just punched a hole in here because I wanted to put a little ribbon through, or twine or something. I'm just going to do that again. The regular 1/4 inch punch or whatever it is, the next bigger one, the one they still have, is too big, but 1/8 inch works. And I didn't feel the need to try and take my blade and go in and do the rest of it. I do want to, though, take my Wink of Stella. I forgot to do that over the bells. Oops. Okay. Let me make sure that's clean. Yep. Just get a little glitter on here. Not a lot. Those bells are supposed to be shiny, right? I'll even do the inside a little bit. Okay. Anybody still with me? All right, now let's look at our ribbons. I have this, it's actually gray granite, but that could go. Maybe not. Or I have the Purple Posy, but I don't like the brown in with that. So I think we're going to end up with the next one, which is the white with the silver metallic edges. I think that's the winner. So let me cut a piece of that off. You guys agree? I like the other ribbon, it's just not with this card. Okay, now we can assemble. We think. So let me glue this down first. Let me get that, oops, this out of the way and put it onto here. Yeah, I think the white is really pretty with it. And I mentioned in my other video, which video was that? The Oh So Inspired, where I had a season's greetings also with a purple, but it was Highland Heather. And I thought, you know, that's really non-traditional for Christmas holidays and such. But several people commented back they liked it. They liked the non-traditional. All right, I'm going to flip that over. And when you heat emboss, the paper sometimes buckles up a little bit. So I just like to lay it down on cleanish paper and give it a rub. And then we'll put this down. These bottles have this thing, and I need to take it off because it gets in my way. Man, my fingernails got dirty quick. Sorry. And that looks about right. And then we have this little piece. And that. I try to line the point of that circle up pretty close with the edge of the smoky slate down here. Okay, now we do the ribbon. So let me get my snail. And I want to put the snail, I can sort of see where the purple ends. I'm going to go up and down like this a couple times on both sides. And I'm actually going to put, oops, I forgot to do something. I'm going to bring in, I have a Stampin' Up one too, but this one's within reach, a silicone mat because that sticky's on the back. I want to put a glue dot right here. I can find where the first one is. There it is. Let's see how good I can line it up. I like to put the ribbon, well, it curled up. I don't want it to curl up. Actually, maybe I'll put another one then. I didn't get that in the center. Phew, that one was way off. Come on, buddy. Stick on there. We'll see how that shows. I might take it out, but all right. So we're just going to try and line that up to cover the seam. Oops. And then we'll lift it up. Why does that look so crooked to me? Because it is. Because it is. Now I got that too high, didn't I? All right, let me take this one off again. Maybe. That looks pretty good. Did leave a few bumps there because this ribbon is sort of thin. But, all right. It still looks kind of crooked, but we're going to have to go with it. Okay, so let's glue this down. And then we're almost done. We just have to put the bells on and do the inside. I don't know that we're going to get to card number 3 tonight. We'll do the wrapped in plaid one after this. Okay, let me bring the bells, and we have to figure out what ribbon we're going to put through these. I have some white twine. Maybe I'll do that because I think that ribbon we just used is too thick to go through. Well, maybe not. Let me see. I can probably twist it and turn it a little bit to get it through there. Yeah, I think we'll try and go with the same. We don't need a lot. So we'll see what we can do. And all I did was pull it through and wrap it up like this. And then snip it. Well, I'm not going to snip it till we get it tacked down. I need another glue dot. Thank you all. Quiet night. I'm going to sort of offset it a little bit like that, and then I will snip it. At an angle. At an angle. Okay, and now we're going to put these up on dimensionals. So we need a little glue just to tack the two of these together. Right about here. And then we'll get dimensionals for the rest. We'll put one down here in the clappers. And one on this side. One in the middle to hold that seam together good. And then one up here. I think one more right in the middle here. I think that should do it. That's probably overkill. But that's me. I like my dimensionals. Thank you, Philomena. I was having a lot of indecision on what to do tonight. So I have to say, okay, and I think now we need some bling. Wouldn't you agree? A few little blingies over here or something. I don't know that I had any on the other card. I did not, but I'm going to on this one. I'm thinking just some clear bling. Let me see if I have any out here. Yes. Some of these beautiful, I love these things. These are so sparkly. These are in the annual catalog, and they're just the rhinestone basic jewels, but they're so pretty. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way. Where's the box? So pretty. I think we'll do one there, one there, maybe one here. And that will do it. Okay, now for the inside, I don't think I did much. I think I just put a piece of this paper that got cut off. If I can find what I did with it. Here it is. You have a strip like this, and I'm pretty sure all I did was put it along here. Yep. So we're going to do the same thing. And I'm not even going to measure. I'm just going to glue it about, let's see, down to here. And then we'll just snip off the excess. Okay, and let me get my paper cutters. I'm trying really hard to use my black Stampin' Up snips only for ribbon, and these pink ones for the paper. And now we'll just glue that down, and that's our card. Thank you very much. Yes, very soft. I think that might be nice for New Year's, although maybe the silver would have been better, but it's got silver in it. I don't know, does anybody usually send New Year's cards? I've never gotten one. Thank you, Karen. So there we have it. Ring in the new year. Yeah. I always like bells because I love that song, Silver Bells, for the holidays. And it always makes me think of that. Plus, I never got in a handbell choir, but I always wanted to. And anyway, so that's that. That's my little story. We used to have handbell concerts at church and stuff, and when I was young, and I always thought that was so cool, but I never got into it. Okay, so that's card number 1. Let's get that out of the way and close my glue up momentarily. Uh-oh, I lost my pin. I know what I did. I put the wrong pin in the ribbon. Oops. And this pin goes in the ribbon. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to use the wrapped in plaid. Oops. And I did manage to get one made ahead of time. Nothing super fancy, but I thought it was kind of cute. I've used the papers before, but I hadn't used the punch, the pine tree punch. So this was part of the bundle with the Perfectly Plaid stamp set, which is what we're using. I have used this before in one of those cards from this morning. So this is what I did, and this card opens this way, but I had another card that opens the regular way, so that's what we're going to use. And these I just stamped on the card base. There's a plaid one, so I used Night of Navy for that. There's one that looks like a tree, and I used Shaded Spruce for that, and then Early Espresso for the little trunk of the tree. And then I used this one also in Shaded Spruce, and I stamped them kind of cattywampus. And then this is one piece of paper, but this green polka dot is what's on the back of this beautiful plaid paper. I do too. The Merry Christmas, I think that might be my favorite Merry Christmas from Stampin' Up yet. There's another nice one I had. I think it's retired though, but it's longer. And it's almost the same font, and I love that one too, but I like this one if you don't want a long greeting. So I stamped that in navy. I punched it on Whisper White. I punched it with a 2-inch circle punch. I punched with the Starburst circle punch, which is about 2 1/8, out of this green polka dot paper. I don't know if you can see the dots. You cannot barely see them on there. And then I just used the Shaded Spruce with gold ribbon. That's part of that. I think it's part of that same suite. And I just folded it over like a little badge thing. And then this is 2.5 inches, and this is 2 inches of the papers layered on top of each other. And inside I just used some more of the plaid paper, and I stamped in navy, hoping that your busy year comes together in Christmas cheer. So I thought that was pretty. But we're going to use a different paper. I have all the pieces ready this time. And I couldn't decide which paper I wanted to use. Is this called tartan plaid? I think it is. And the blue, the navy and the green, I really love that plaid. But I didn't want to use it again because then I'll use it all up at once. Yeah. Yeah, me too. I love the plaids. So this one is green with cherry cobbler and gold and white. But it has Christmas trees on the back. So I thought I'd use that as the base and put the plaid over it. But instead of putting a ribbon under it, I was thinking of just taking another piece of the paper, and I flagged it and going like that because I want to see more of the trees. I don't know. I'm not sure I love that. And then also, instead of stamping, I took the punch and I punched out one from this paper. I had a little bit of that left. So I thought we'd do the cattywampus. Same thing. This is out of Shaded Spruce. And this is actually out of another piece of the paper. Hang on. I'll show you if you can find it. It's actually, oops. It's actually this same plaid. Oh, okay. So this is not the back of this. This is something else. Because the back of the navy has these. And these punch out with the punch. And this is another, okay, so it's white with red that has the dots on it. So I lied. That's not the same piece of paper. But it's the same paper I got this out of. See, they punch right out. So I thought we'd just go like that. Look okay? I think it's kind of a cute idea. I can go over a little bit. I don't know. I'm torn between putting this here or putting the new gold ribbon up and down there, or like I did the other one. Maybe we'll try that. Hang on. Instead of this. Take this out. And let's see if I like the gold ribbon with it. Sure I will. You like it with the do you like it better with that paper flagged or like this? I actually kind of think I like the red with it better. I don't know, because I like seeing more of those trees. Let me see if I like it with the red and the ribbon. Well, not that far apart. How about we just put a little ribbon like that? And then, okay, I think that's what we're going to do. Or, I don't know if this is big enough to tie a bow, especially with big fingers here. Oops. I'm trying. Or we could put a little bow up here. That's not a good bow, but you know, playing. All right, well, that's the concept. So I think that's what we're going to start assembling. Green and gold go together. Yeah, I know. Paper. I'm going with the paper. I might get a bigger piece of ribbon or how about this? How about that? I think that's okay, and I'll just bend it over the edges. The paper and the gold. I like that, I think. You like the bow. I don't know. Let me do my stamping first. We shall see. Let's see. Where's my Merry Christmas? It almost barely fits on here, but we're going to do it. And I think I'll stamp it in cherry cobbler this time because I have a lot of green going on there. This is not my favorite one of the papers in that pack, but it's okay. I'm going to bring this thing over here. It's a little light. Try it again. My cherry cobbler might need to be re-inked, which is kind of surprising. I think I got it better now. That's much better. Okay. Phew. Okay, let me close that up. Leave the ribbon off. Okay. It's gone. By the magic of the... Yeah, I think I like it better without it too. Just that there's a little touch of gold. And you know what? I'll put the gold gems on like I did on this one over in the spaces in between. All right, so let's, I'm going to, I think I'm just going to glue the trees down. I'm not going to pop them up. I'm going to glue them down first so I know where my paper has to stop. They might, Clay. Purple Posy is supposed to be around to 2021, so maybe in the next catalog they'll do something like that. I don't know. I'm sure the next catalog is already, you know, well thought out and in production or something. All right, now we're going to glue the Merry Christmas down onto the back, but then we'll bump that whole thing up on dimensionals when we get that far. And then let's put this down first. I think these cards are okay too for either female or male, right? The plaid, I like plaid, but that probably comes from me growing up in a family of carpenters and workers. Jan, hi. Happy Tuesday. Happy Wednesday. Nice to see ya. We're just making a card. Second one. How are you doing, lady? Haven't seen you in forever. Okay, and we need to make sure that that is over far enough that I don't touch the edges of those trees. The tips. I have so much ink on my fingers, it's unbelievable. Okay. Okay, and then we're just going to do dimensionals on this. And then we'll add some bling. Gotta have our bling. Good, just a busy bee. Don't speed the week up. Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. Holidays are coming too. Oh my goodness. Are you doing any November, December dailies and stuff? All right, see, I think I want to put this one in the middle instead of up like I did the other one. Okay, now let's get our bling. And the new bling. We're going to use the new bling. Yay. And let's get our, oops, take your pick tool if I can get the lid off. There we go. And I think we'll put a few more of these on this time. Put one here. And one there. And, can't get that one. All right, cooperate. Sorry, my big old hand's in the way. Oops, where'd it go? Oh, it's on there. One there. And one here. And I guess we'll put another medium-sized one in here. Here we go. Now we have to just do the inside, which is easy peasy. You love the plaid. Always just have been okay, yeah, I know. I know you guys have your little group on the side or whatever. Okay, so now on the inside, we're going to use that same stamp, which says, hoping that your busy year comes together in Christmas cheer. And we'll stamp it in Cherry Cobbler. Oops. Actually, let me go ahead and glue this strip down first. I already had it left over from cutting the paper. And it's the red with the trees that will show, I guess. Yeah, all right. Since we're going with Marie Merlot. Ooh, that went crooked, didn't it? Slide down, slide down. I'll have to cut that off a little bit. Okay. Top of tree. Huh? Oh, for the bling. Yeah, I maybe could have. I'm going to leave it like that for now. All right, let me bring my stamp thingy over. Photopolymer, it does always help to have something, a mat under it. You know what, before I do that, I'm afraid I'm going to get that corner blob up here that's on the stamp block onto the card. I'm shaking. Wonder why I'm shaking. There we go. Yeah, I think I need to add a little ink to my cherry cobbler. It's getting a little spotty. Spotty, I say. So that is our second or third card. We could put a little library clip up here. Add a little gold. Top of tree, just the bottom one. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not feeling that penny. I don't want to go off the design. So these were stamped. These were punched out with the little punch. I like it both ways. You have a lot of flexibility because there's all these different patterns with the stamp. This one, I didn't use this one, which actually could fill in this one more. The realistic looking one and the plaid one, which came out pretty nice. I was a little surprised at how nice that came out. And if you put that on the Stamparatus, you could probably multicolor that too, carefully. Maybe with some gold or something, or take a gold pen and fill in some lines. Anyway, lots of options. Giving myself ideas as I go. So that's card 2, and let's see what time it is. I don't think I'm going to do, well, maybe. The third card is not Christmas. And it's, let me clean my stamp pad here, or ink pad first. It's a thank you card, and it's meant to be like a masculine thank you card. Oh, you know what, guys? Today's my brother's birthday. Yeah, he's older than me. Poor thing. A lot older than me. Anyway, okay. So what I was thinking for the third card, I don't know. I was doing this in a hurry, but I pulled out the hammered metal. I don't even know if you can get this still, because I know it was on back order for a long time and they put it on not orderable, but I'm not sure. I'd have to check, but you could try. If so, there's the number. And we're going to use just the big thank you, but we're going to use the thank you Thinlits dies. And I already went ahead, and this is soft suede. This is Whisper White, and then this is a piece of Seaside Spray that I ran through the hammered metal. Let me see how big that is. It is 3 inches wide by 5 1/4. And then I ran the big thank you through on soft suede twice. And the whole start of this card came about by looking at this ribbon and saying, you know, I bought this denim ribbon this year and I haven't used it once. So I was trying to think, oh, yours is Sunday? Oh, cool. Thank you, Philomena. No, I ate right before I came on. Actually, I grabbed a hot dog, so that was bad, but that's what I did. Maybe that's why, because I grabbed bad food. So I'm thinking I want to go and put this ribbon here and here, and then just have the thank you in here, and then maybe splat it with something. I don't know. Kind of, I don't know if I'm really liking that, but that's what my thinking was, because we don't really, I mean, Night of Navy is the closest thing we have to this, but I don't know. We're going to do it, and if I don't like it, it'll end up in the trash, but that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, just kind of a thank you card, something different. I I've been doing so much Christmas, and I really need to get back into like Halloween, which is what, a week and a half, 2 weeks away. Oy. And Thanksgiving, then I need to get into that. So and we're not going to glue that down yet. Let's go ahead and glue these together and put them on. I just cut it out twice. Sometimes people cut it out 3 times, and I could have, but I only had one scrap of soft suede big enough to cut out twice, so that's what I used. And you could put them on adhesive sheet or run them through a Xyron or something, which I have, which I need to use more. So that's what we're doing, and then we'll glue them down. And then put the ribbon around, and I maybe should have used copper or something. I don't know. I was just looking for a nice thank you, and I was thinking about my brother who likes blue, but I don't really want to thank him. I just should have made it a birthday card. I really don't have many birthday sentiments, I've discovered. I have some, but yeah. You know, usually I think you have to have a special die for that. At least I do, to do it right, to do the shadow. All right, I'm just going to put some like this and this. And bring in my tacky mat again. Yep, see, I got it too low. I have this thing for wanting to put a ribbon over the seams, but I have to put it up a little higher because of where the thank you is. Like that, and snips. I like the way the shadows look. I have some dies that do that, but they're not Stampin' Up, so I can't show them on Stampin' Up night for sure. Okay, and then let's do that again at the bottom of the blue. It's kind of funny they had this ribbon. It's from the Dino Roar collection, which I didn't get. You know, with all the dinosaurs and stuff, which I really kind of like that dinosaurs and stuff, but I don't have anybody to send dinosaur cards to and all. But I got the ribbon from the kit because I have to have all the ribbon mostly, you know. Anyway, so this is a pretty simple card. Just make sure those ribbons are on straight. And that one is going to bug me. I'm going to put a little bit of snail right in the middle there. Maybe. Sometimes when I do that, it makes it worse. There. Okay, and now we'll glue that all down. Create a fake. Just scoot it over to the left for my. Oh, okay. I have done that, not intentionally. I have just kind of put them on a little off, and that gave it a shadow. But yeah, I just watched somebody do that tonight. I can't remember who it was. So that's the outside of the card. And then I had to figure out what to do with the inside. And I think I have to cut another piece of white, is what I think. Let me see what the rest of those sentiments were. I could just put "You're the best" on the inside. Yeah, that would be all right for a guy, right? So let me get a piece of white. If I can find it. I'm going to cut it down. Get to use the trimmer again. Woohoo! I had a bunch of panels cut, but I don't know what I did with them all. That goes in the ribbon. I know a lot of demonstrators do not clean up as they go, but I'll tell you, if I don't, I have one heck of a mess afterwards to do. Okay, so we need a panel. I'm going to make it be 5 1/4 by 4. And then we'll stamp the "You are the best." You are the best. You guys all are the best. All right, let me take some of my other stamps off. And we'll use some, I guess we'll use soft suede. I'm going to try it on here first because, okay. Ta-da! Ta-da-da-da! Clean my stamp. It really has some deep areas in that sentiment that the ink gets down into, but I got it off. Thank you, everybody, for the thumbs ups. I appreciate that. I'm losing people, though. Okay, and then we're just going to glue that down, and we're done for the night. So I hope you enjoyed it. It actually was not what I wanted to do initially. I had some big plan, but I'll save that for 2 weeks from now. For those of you who might not have been here in the beginning, I won't be on next week, but I'll be back on the 29th. I have my oil burner and oil tank replacement happening on Tuesday next week and possibly Wednesday. So, yeah, I'm going to be kind of, I was going to hope to do it on, I'm doing the wrong pen again, aren't I? On Monday, but I think I'm just going to have my hands too full to worry about that, getting ready for live and stuff. So here are all our cards. Let me get this out of the way. Stuff's everywhere. And remember, if you comment when this goes up, you'll be put in the drawing for that little book thing I made back in, I think it was January or something. Oh, thank you, Paige. Thank you, Justine. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you, Penny. Yep, have a great night, everybody. And I think, let's see, today's what, the 15th. I don't think I probably won't have anything till Friday after today because I have a lot to do tomorrow, and then Thursday's Mom Day. So I'll probably have something for you on Friday, and if not, the 20th, whenever the 20th is, I have a couple things. So thank you all for joining me. Have a great night and a great rest of your week, and I'll see you the next time. I'm hoping on the 29th we'll be playing with some acetate. Okay? No special way to comment. You just have to put some kind of nice words. If you put a nasty comment, I might delete it and you won't qualify. But if you put something, like, I don't know, that was fun, or I enjoyed the evening, or I don't know, whatever you want. After the video goes up, that's all I'm asking. Just a comment. I love hearing from you guys. So All right, everybody. Have a good one. I'm going to get off of here and go chill out, clean up this mess, and chill out a little bit. Take care until the next time. Love, hugs, and peace. Hugs, love, and peace. Bye, Nix. Bye, Karen. Bye, everyone. I guess I should type something before I hit bye. I can get down there with my mouse. Good night, Brandy. Thank you.